Good evening, my name is Kacper Paradowski and you're watching Poland Daily News. Today, the first of a series of thematic conventions of the Law and Justice Party took place. The convention, which took place in the Łódź Special Economic Zone, was dedicated to family. Mateusz Morawiecki and Law and Justice Chairman Jarosław Kaczyński, among others, spoke during the pre-election event.
Wszystkie te programy antyrodzinne, arodzinne.
All these anti-family programs that do not serve the family, they are an attack towards a certain model, a civilized model, also Christian, but not only. Nonetheless, very strongly based on Christian values. We have a response to the observation that a woman often returns home and is with her children at home, performing additional work. Our response is to appreciate families and to appreciate the work of a woman. Our response is in this program, here before us. We will ensure full pay equality and equal conditions in the workplace for both men and women. There must be a future for Poland, and the future before Poland is only when the future of Polish families is secure. Families with children appreciated through the 500+ program, proportional to each child.
Na każde dziecko.
Dziś trwa atak na polską rodzinę.
An attack on a Polish family is underway. It aims to undermine its essence, to make it at most one of the possible solutions, not the best, because it is burdened with many different flaws. Apparently, it is something that reconciles the rights of women and children in particular, is a sphere of pathology. That is what the opposition says. Of course, there is no such social institution that is perfect, but there is no social institution that would contribute more to creating the most benevolent civilization in the history of the world than the Christian civilization. And our family, whether you like it or not, is growing up in Christianity. We are tolerant. This is a feature of our nation. And this is also a feature of our party. As I have already said, yes to tolerance, but to the affirmation of everything that comes to anyone's mind, no. I say this to ensure that the Law and Justice Party is guarding the Polish family. It is, and it always will.
Stoi i będzie stało.
Tens of thousands of Poles gathered today for one of the largest religious events in the country in recent decades. During the event, named Poland Under the Cross, Poles will gather for common prayer in around 800 cities in Poland and across the world.
The Poland Under the Cross is an incredible religious event that took place today. The date was not chosen accidentally because the Catholics celebrate the Feast of the Cross on September 14th all over the world. The event took place at the airport in Wrocław with the participation of hundreds of thousands of faithful. People gathered here in Kruszyn to jointly pray on rosaries, participate in the Holy Mass and pray the way of the cross. Maciej Bodasiński and Lech Dokowicz were the organizers not only of today's event, but also last year's Rosaries to the Border.
Polska potrzebuje momentu zwrotnego dzisiaj.
Poland needs a turning point today. We need to turn back from the path of losing our faith. One should stop this train called Poland, change the track, and again bring our country, our children, our families onto the path of faith. A cross is more than just a symbol. You can really stand under the cross, and the cross really is an authentic sign of faith. The Church teaches in such a way that during every Mass, every Sunday, a person stands under the cross and receives the body of Jesus.
I przyjmuje żywo ciało Pana Jezusa.
A different large cross also stood here. Now it stands at Włocławska Dam, the place of death of Father Jerzy Popiełuszko. They managed our thoughts and plans of our friends from the Solo Dios Basta Foundation so that their steps were directed here, to Włocławek. After all those years, the cross stands in the same place. It reminds us again of our values, our foundation and the beginning.
The harvest moon, which is the full moon nearest to the autumn equinox, lit up yesterday night for the first time in years. The last time we witnessed it was during martial law under the communist government of the Polish People's Republic in 1981. If anyone missed seeing it yesterday, they will get another chance tonight. The next one is 18 years away, in 2033.
Tonight we are able to observe harvest moon, the full moon, on Friday the 13th and actually on the 14th as well around the world. Also here in Los Angeles, literally in 20 minutes, there is going to be sunset and the brightest moon of the year. Not only the year, the next type of full moon we're going to see in 2049. So hopefully many people are able and were able to observe this fascinating phenomena that literally comes every 40 years. And also it's the Friday the 13th. I'm here in Los Angeles on the top of the mountains in Studio City with this amazing view. Here waiting for sunset. Literally it will show up in 15-20 minutes because in California sunsets are very quick. There is literally 15-20 minutes between dusk and sunset. So I'm here observing, waiting for amazing full moon, and hopefully in Poland everybody saw it as well. And let's wait until tomorrow because it's going to be 2 bright nights. Harvest moon for all those who work in actually harvesting. All the farmers, these 2 days are crucial and were very crucial before we had electricity. From Los Angeles, especially for Poland Daily, Małgorzata Schulz.
The number of new migrant arrivals to Greece from Turkey has increased significantly over the summer. The migrants are now moving through Greece and the Balkans in an attempt to reach wealthy countries in Western and Northern Europe. The new migrant flows are again straining relations in the EU over the issue of immigration.
More than 9,000 migrants arrived to Greece from Turkey in August alone, forcing the Greek authorities to start transferring migrants from overcrowded asylum centers on the Greek Aegean Islands to the Greek mainland. Turkey, with more than 3 million Syrian refugees, maintains an agreement with the European Union to keep migrants from flowing towards Greece. However, this month, Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan said Ankara may reopen the route for migrants into Europe if it does not receive adequate international support for a plan to resettle refugees in northern Syria. Many of the migrants recently transferred to the Greek mainland are now making their way to countries in the EU, which will guarantee them higher welfare and a better standard of living.
Greece is good, but Greece is no give me home and no have food. I stay here, like one year I stay here, and no give me home, no nothing here. I want to go another country.
Many of the migrants point to countries such as France and Germany as their intended end destinations.
I try to go in Macedonia, then Serbia, and then Germany, France.
The increasing number of migrant arrivals has reawakened urge in the many leaders in Western Europe to create a new EU asylum law which would force all member states to receive EU migrant relocation quotas. French President Emmanuel Macron is one of the most ardent proponents of mandatory relocation quotas and made his stance clear during a recent visit to Greece.
En matière de migration, nous devons trouver une solution européenne.
On migration, we need to find a European solution to get out of this impasse. I am also aware of all the imminent responsibilities that Greece has taken this past few years on the subject of migration and how migration has weighed on economic and social issues in your country. Progress has been made towards the establishment of disembarkation mechanisms of individuals rescued in the Mediterranean. But solidarity is still very much lacking in Europe. Some have again taken unacceptable decisions and the handling of recent cases remains insufficient.
Des cas récents demeurent profondément insatisfaisantes.
The idea of relocating migrants across the EU was also echoed by the new right-wing Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis. I completely echo your words, Mr. Macron, that we have to talk about a Europe that protects its citizens, and so I use the same words to talk about a Europe that protects its citizens. The load should not be carried only by the countries located in Europe's borders. Countries should share this responsibility by showing true solidarity. The Visegrad Group, consisting of Poland, Hungary, the Czech Republic and Slovakia, has long opposed any mandatory quotas, setting the stage for a major political dispute to take place in Brussels over the issue.
That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for Poland Daily Business. Good night.